say two of them came. You maintain that there were two of them, and you stated as much before the public protector. Have you found the reference in the public? And
I must remind Ms. Mentor about making sure her response is captured by the
thank you, Chair.
record.
Thank you, Chair. Sorry. Apologies.
Okay, and you stated, if I may start again, that you stand by your averments in paragraph 120 of your statement that Mr. Mtolo was in the company of another when he came with their so-called corrupted statement.
I do.
And you, before the break, you had indicated that you had stated as much before the public protector, and it's in the transcript. I wanted to inquire whether you've had opportunity to consider the transcript, and have you located where you mentioned that? If you haven't had time, you haven't had time.
I went through, I found that when I did say to the public protector, they came, I spoke about them in plural,
Okay?
and that they were to return the corrected thing that I showed them.
Okay.
So I've satisfied myself from the transcript of the public protector that I spoke about them in plural when I spoke to her.
Okay, we haven't found, she hasn't found the place yet, Chair, but the transcript is before you, so it shall be located if that is the case.
Well, I thought what she meant was that the transcript reflected that she spoke she spoke in terms of plural,
Yes, Chair.
which suggests that Mr. Mtolo was not alone.
Indeed, Chair.
Yes, Chair. Yes,
Yeah,
Chair.
thank you.
If we can move on then to what he says about your 121. He deals with that at his paragraph 4. And he says that he did present a statement to you for your perusal on confirmation. And he did so under the instruction and request of his superior, Brigadier Bassi. It's typed Brigadis Bassi. Do you see that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. He states further that he had nothing to do with its content compilation or drafting and was acting purely on the instruction of his superiors. He admits the changes and insertions, although it's typed the charges and insertions by Ms. Mentor made in my presence, but I deny making any other arrangement to return with a properly typed version. Do you have a comment to that?
I do, ma'am, through you, Chair. I want to say that I also had telephonic discussions with Brigadier Badi, and to that extent, I still have his the phone number in my phone.
So you say Brigadier Badi, he wrote Bassi. Is it the same person or?
Well, in my phone, it's Brigadier Badi. I don't know if it's the same person. It
Okay.
might be, yes. Yes, he is right when he says that I made changes. What he brought to me, as I said, it's what I refer to as the corrupted statement.
Okay.
And it is true that I showed him how corrupt it was in my own handwriting, which is what he refers to as changes, charges, insertions.
Yes. I guess the main issue arising from paragraph 4 is his denial that you and he made arrangements for him to return with a properly typed version.
I was getting to
Apologies,
that,
ma'am.
ma'am. It was in June. He was going on annual leave, and he said he will return when he came back from annual leave. And the agreement was that my original statement he would bring with, because he did not bring it as requested, and the typed, its typed version, when it comes, it will be correct in content, and not as corrupted as it stood when he gave it to me as when I corrected it. In the transcript of the public protector, I also state that they were to return to me with a typed version and statement, typed version statement, and they did not return.
Okay, while on that, can I then inquire whether Advocate Mtolo, or he and another, being the they, or anyone else ever returned to you with a typed statement as corrected by you for your signature
After the first meeting with them,
at any point? Since they left your house on that day, did anyone ever return with a typed statement incorporating the changes you had made?
no.
Okay. Well, that's how he deals with your paragraph 121. We then move to 122. And you recall at 122, you had indicated to the chair you would like to make some changes or corrections to that. And you had suggested to delete the name of Mr. Mtolo. Just for the record, you had indicated that you would return to the chair. And again, yesterday you are not ready yet to do so, to state exactly who the three you laid charges against. And when Advocate Mtolo provided or signed this statement, you hadn't made these changes. So 122 still refers to him. You understand? So in that regard, he says he has no knowledge of the allegations of you reporting him to IPID, and he cannot respond thereto. That's all he says. Okay? Lastly, he then deals with paragraph 123, which is actually where we started with his statement. Okay?
Chair, may I make a submission to the chair,
Yeah, you can, what you want to say.
a request?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Chair, I request that the commission should help me get the statement I made at the IPID offices.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to submit that there was a difficulty and a refusal when I arrived at the IPID office to take my statement. I had to battle. I had to call Major General Viri to get from him the contact number of Mr. McBride, head of IPID, and to tell him that I'm at the IPID to report they're refusing to take my statement. And Mr. McBride had to intervene and had to instruct that they take my statement. So subsequently, on the same day, the statement was taken, and I would like to request the commission to get me that statement. It will assist me in dealing with the issue of the third person.
Indeed, Chair.
Thank you.
Plans are afoot to do that.
Thank you.
I can confirm. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, thank you.
If we go back to your statement, then, Ms. Mentor, we're still under the heading of your disclosures. At page 35 to page 36, you deal with your disclosures to the public protector. I mentioned for the record that the disclosures are contained in the transcript, which appears from page 38 of D1.
Thank
That is
you.
your transcript.
Thank you.
What would you like to say about this chapter and your disclosures to the PP?
Which chapter, ma'am?
At page 35,
Yes.
headed the public protector. Remember, it's under the main heading at 29, my disclosure of the offer made to me by Ajay Gupta. You dealt with the first disclosures. You dealt with disclosure to the media and social media, starting at 30. You then dealt, and we've just completed your disclosures to the Hawks, starting at page 33. And the last is to the PP at starting page 33.